Okay, first one. As I told you, process and thread. What is process and what is thread? No stress. Thread. Yeah, process and thread runs OS rather than the program executable itself. So it operates with some independence. Process and thread require the memory space to work. Wait, all program they can run, they some need to memory. This is resolved by the kernel. Some people there, I already explained to kernel, some handle their some device, and CPU, memory, some another many I/O device, and hard disk. It's same. Okay. This is resolved by kernel, and memory space is a space that the stickman own for self, and it can be called private space. For example, okay, I will some for Windows. Windows we have some this screen. Some many have some this icon, and they are fully to running. So when I run this Excel double click. When double click this one, and then make some new process. Before that, no one again. For example, this one is also process list. Process list, no one is Excel. But so we some double click and execute this Excel, and some process management some have CPU and memory also usual some running to Excel application. So we need some much more some memory space and CPU. And then some memory some okay, so I will make some memory space for you. And then there are some Windows to make some process. Understand it? And this way. Yeah. Process thread is very similar, but some kind of different. Okay, so what is different? For process, now this follow one process. The process start on your OS can receive a user request. The user can make it process. OS just waiting to user another some request. If there is just start to request, the kernel create a process. Also, allocate much memory space as a request. As I told you, this one. So programs are installed inside the server disk. So your save data, your save or installed application, almost some install location is your disk or some another that. And then we can, if we are running this application, this loading following this one, and then some process make. You still understand it? And then yeah, some more something left side. Okay, this is the main concept. As a first, let's see web server. Web server, there is a white space surrounding it, which represents the process memory space. So process memory space. And process one by one is separate. Okay. Second, let's say AD server, stickman. some more same thing. The same around here. Stickman with a rod on each thread, more like a web server. Stickman share a single memory space, or share. This is a big difference between process and threads. Thread is sharing memory space with other thread, just like some family. So memory space of process. So when one process runs, there is one thread occupying memory space inside. Each process has an independent memory. Must request dedicated memory at the starting of the process. This part, so having a memory space is a process. The JVM is some Java virtual machine. Java. We already many have experience to heard Java. And Java virtual machine is also process, and there are many threads running inside it. Each thread shares memory space. No need a new memory space when start a thread. They are very different in process, in thread. But they can be related by other problem thread because they are family, separate. Yeah. Do you understand what difference is a thread or an process? Mr. J? No understand? For example, is your laptop is a total memory, this one. You can running some Excel. You can run Word, PowerPoint, Explorer, OK, Chandy. It's a separate. If you are some totally one. It's a process. What is thread? If you use same laptop memory, it's a process. No separate. As I told you, this is a Java virtual machine. When you running. Where is it running? Java. Do you know how when you connect to some web browser, so you can call the Java? Java. No have experience? Okay. That's right. This one, I wanted to some emphasis. One is your more Excel. Word, PowerPoint, Explorer, Chandy, the same one. No separate this one. So there are some sharing this location. It's fine. For example, Excel something will happen. This one. It's only this case. Another one, don't consider it. Don't care about this one, only your fault. But this one, something will happen, so all this program can impact. This different. So we can using when coding or another one, so we can choose. I wanted to using process. I wanted to using thread. We can define.
Choose one of them.
If you use some developer define this one. So no cannot user. This we already also sometimes we is mean the user. Sometimes we is with the system engineer or some developer. User cannot define this is some developer or system. But this advantage is high CPU some workload on creation because there are already CPU. Some have to know that I want to tomorrow another. Yeah. So how many some empty size? How many some using each other application? This will have to consider in CPU. But this one already some defined. It's already 5. So we don't CPU don't consider about that. Only using Excel or some other more Internet Explorer. CPU don't consider about that. And cut off this one. And the thread advantage is low workload on creation. Yeah. Because at that one time make one, so we don't know about anymore. We don't need. But this advantage is on international data, read and write can occur because memory space is shared. Because it means that something wrong happened there. So another one is not fault. It's not my fault, but have to impact this part. Do you understand? Okay. This one of this many using this presentation tier web server. So many using this one is application server, application tier, and database. Data tier is mixed type using at the same data tier. Oh, this is also. Do you have heard in Oracle?
네.
Yeah, Oracle. First time?
Just heard about it.
I just heard. Okay, that's good. Eh? Oracle there is some memory architecture is mean. There is something is another one shared memory type. Something there is some process memory using that hardware. So one of these stick man. So some another side using shared. Another side there is some dedicated memory. Here's some. As I told you before, that this white array is some using memory. Okay. For example, data storing cache in place in the shared memory. Shared memory so will store in cache. On the other hand, the memory to be used by the process alone is placed in a dedicated memory. Data you want to share between process, for example, data stored in cache placed in shared memory. On the other hand, the data used by the process alone is placed in the dedicated memory. It's a very complex. When I said for one user wanted to some call to a database, already some they have before that shared memory is just some predefined. Okay, shared memory. This is a dedicated memory. So in Oracle, so the shared memory we can call to SGA. SGA means that shared global array. Yeah. So and many different seems like process memory. So Oracle is PGA. Friday. Dang. Yeah. Process global area. So one user, some one work or one job, so call to some request this database tier. So they will make some another new process. This one, and they will use something another one this shared memory. Another one cannot share the memory, so only can be this type. It means that after chapter 4, so I really want to explain this one. Just now, so we are know some next process thread, another one mix using process and thread, so we can use this one. So Oracle to divide into memory for each process. As I told you, it's PGA and memory space shared by the full process. And shared memory store data cache on disk and completed SQL query, table index, and so on. The process specific memory stores the sort area used by the process SQL query or the memory area used for table journey. There are some hard to understand to some another IT part. What is table journey? What is more SQL? Why some complete SQL query? What is mean? I don't know that, but I understand. But when I shortly explain another user, we will use some board, web board. So I want to find some another movie title. So we can write some another. Okay, with them Marvel and searching. Search button we can click, and this is what is this? There are some web part and application part. Make some query, SQL query, because database only consists of data. They want to know their own language. It means that query, SQL. So they already have some their more select for movie title from movie where title equal Marvel. It's a real SQL query. You can understand in data tier. Data tier can searching. Wow, which one is just a Marvel subject, Marvel movie title, and then if finish fine, return to this one. So we can find some Marvel list. Understanding? Yeah. After finish this one, it means that complete score query. So at complete query and stored in shared memory. So another user, another user can find, oh, I wanted some marble and search it, and there is some only some store this shared memory, so they don't need anymore some another this one, because it can reuse. It can reuse and then return more very short time. So cache is a shared memory's main purpose is just some reuse. Understanding? Yeah, this means. After that, I will more explain. Yeah, because we can many things can change some movie title, so you can already some define for source code. Source code have some another user input data, so you can change many things. Right? You can store some application server part. Question?
Yes, I got it.
Yes? Yeah. Yeah. Thread is just some